We had to develop everything there and then, and we contended with the difficulties of the north, being short summers, cold, and remoteness.
For over a decade, they drilled into the crust using a 200-ton, 200-foot-high drilling machine, housed in a huge yellow tower in the center of the borehole site. Drilling deep into the Earth's crust, averaging 196 feet a month, it wears out nearly 25 miles of pipes just from friction and heat. And the borehole becomes the deepest hole in the world, at an astonishing 39,000 feet.
The borehole beat the world record in 1979. It was almost 40,000 feet below the surface, which is an amazingly deep distance when you think about it. The Marianas Trench, which is the deepest place in the ocean, is not even near that deep.
But at 39,587 feet, there is a catastrophic failure.
When you're drilling so deep into the Earth's crust, you're actually miles away from where you are on the surface, and you're drilling and drilling away. That's one thing. If you then take the drill bit out, and then you try and re-enter the hole, that's when it can cause many, many problems. It's like trying to find that needle in a haystack down to where you were drilling before, and the drill bit itself can get stuck, and you can break the drill string. And in this instance, thousands of feet of drill string were broken.
Engineers now have to start a new hole from an offshoot at 23,300 feet. It takes another 5 years to bore hole down to the amazing depth of 40,230 feet. But at this incredible depth, drilling becomes practically impossible.
The Soviets discover that when you get far enough underground, the rocks are no longer rocks.
Because as you go down, it starts getting hotter. And as it gets hotter, it's harder for the equipment, for your drill equipment to hold up. But also, the rock itself begins to get a little bit soft. It begins to flow a little bit like silly putty.
The temperatures of the borehole itself were getting extremely hot, so hot that the drill head itself was becoming almost impossible to operate due to just the elevated temperatures, just so hot down there.
With their equipment failing rapidly as they encountered staggeringly high temperatures at these depths, the engineers at Kola have no option but to stop further drilling. Though they fail to reach their target depth, they push scientific knowledge of the Earth's structure further than ever before and make astonishing discoveries.
One thing that surprised them was they discovered a lot of water deep, deep down in the borehole, way below where you would find groundwater or any effects of ocean water.
Scientists also found there was a tremendous amount of hydrogen trapped in the rocks, which is completely unexpected. They theorized it came from water that had been squeezed so strongly that it actually released hydrogen gas.
But that isn't all they find.
We did find life, bacteria, at the depth of 24,600 feet.
The microfossils found that deep were actually single-celled organisms that had existed long, long ago, and scientists were very surprised that life could even exist or could be found that deeply.
The Kola borehole penetrates nearly a third of the way through the Baltic continental crust. It's the deepest artificial point on Earth, a record that is still held today.